one of the best S2000s I've driven. Ladies and gentlemen, 2001 Honda S2000. This is owned by Eric, the same madman who has a beautiful RX-7, both FC and FD, and he's done a fantastic job tuning those. So I'm really excited to get behind the wheel of this car because I know it is not gonna disappoint. He's done a lot to this car. Full mod list down in the description as always. But in terms of power, we're making about 20 more horsepower than stock. Stock is rated about 240, makes about 200 to the wheels, and now he's making around 220 to the wheels. A lot more mid-range torque as well. He's done a bored out intake manifold, throttle body, cams, high flow cat, single exhaust, carbon intake. We also have spherical bushings, really tighten up the chassis, make things feel a little more taut. Final drive is up to 4.4. It's normally 4.1, and then gears 1 through 4 are shorter like they are in the AP2, but this is not an AP2 transmission. We have these Zenith RT660 tires, 255 square setup, Buddy Club big brake kit as well, running Club Racer pads, Kaaz 1.5 way LSD, which in the last S2000 we drove with the 1.5 way LSD, we really enjoyed that. And the interior is gorgeous. Like, he is not afraid to go all out, make it, you know, just right. We have these Recaro pole position seats, but this is the, you know, older, harder to find version with the smaller logo, this nice jersey mesh material, really high quality seats, feels and looks very OEM. And with that out of the way, oh boy, I'm excited. Oh, Momo steering wheel, of course. Lucky for me, Eric and I are a similar size, at least laterally. This is nice fitment. Oh God, I love the S2000. We have the top down for your viewing pleasure. We've got the windscreens on, so hopefully the audio is fine. And you love the S2000s because they're just, we've driven so many on this channel, and they're such beautiful blank canvases to make whatever your masterpiece may be. This transmission is my favorite, man. I love the S2000 transmission. Interesting. So you're really getting a lot of modulation of the rotation with throttle. As soon as I let go of the throttle, it starts turning in, tucks in quite a bit, and getting on the throttle, comes out. I love with the AP1s, you have that 9,000 RPM red line. Very sharp front end. We have double wishbone in the S2000. But what he's done with the suspension here as well, you know, it's almost a little bit, I like the twitchiness, but it's a little bit too twitchy with, you know, even a little bit of throttle on and off. You really get the nose to move a lot, much more so than I'd be used to. So you gotta be careful with that. I love how stiff and taut this chassis is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Even though the S2000 is not tall person friendly, they still engineered it in a way where you can heel toe so naturally without issue. Oh, that was a little short shift at 8,000 for getting this in AP1 with a 9,000 RPM red line, which we love. VTEC still kicks in around 6,000 RPM, but it's not as much of a stark contrast as in a stock S2000 because we have more of that mid-range torque. All those modifications and the tuning did on the engine. An AP1 can sometimes feel a little bit sluggish at times. This one still rewards you to wring it out, but with that, the engine modifications he's done, you're not getting, oh, there's that rotation, baby. With the mods, you're not getting frustrated by the lack of power. Granted, we are also going downhill right now, keep that in mind. Oh, I love the brakes, so bitey, easy to modulate. Oh my God, the heel toe is just money. the throttle modulating the nose, which took a few turns, but now it just feels so dialed in. Oh yeah, see that rotation? Just on the brink of needing counter steer, but not quite. That's where the money is. God. Jesus. One of the best S2000s I've driven. Not the best, but one of the best. Definitely up there. Oh my God. Now the steering is incredibly direct. Remember, early first gen EPS, very direct, but not getting much feedback. And you can extract more feedback from the S2000 with some suspension geometry changes, things like increasing the caster, for example. You know, with the setup of the suspension, it's a trade-off between caster and camber. So you gotta find that sweet spot. Oh my God. This top-down driving experience is amazing, guys. Starting this YouTube channel, one of the best decisions I've made in a long time. That twitchiness that I commented on at the beginning of the video, when you get used to it, it actually, it becomes a tool, right? It becomes a tool to rotate the car with the throttle in the way that you want to. You know, that 1.5 way helps, you know, really get, if you dial it in right, it helps with rotation. But then you also need to have it play nice with the suspension such that your inputs give you an output that is congruent with your expectations. So in that other S2000 video, the blue one with the arrow, you know, Eric from NorCal, JRZ coilover, that S2000 was just a little bit more natural, where you could get it to that magic rotation point corner after corner after corner. And here I've gotten it a couple corners, but it requires a little bit more tuning and tweaking to get to that same level. But this isn't far off. This is such a direct, stiff, like raw, hardcore driving experience. Ah, these seats are just hugging me perfect. Like, this is driving nirvana, guys. Getting on the throttle and making the front end a little bit light, it's not quite understeer, but ever so slightly you push. And I would like to dial that out. What a driving experience. The shorter gearing really allows you to enjoy this on the canyons far more. Shorter gearing 1 through 4 plus the final drive. Wow. This is a lot of fun. Again, a few issues with the on throttle behavior mid-corner. Front end gets a little bit light. There are times when you can get that perfect rotation, but it's not as easy to find that as with the other really amazing S2000 I drove. But this, you know, this is so good still. So good. California and buy me an S2000. Live by the canyons. That is clearly the secret to happiness. Why can't we make manual transmissions like this anymore? This is just literally one of the best, if not the best. It's just so good. A super special vehicle. Big thanks to Fenton's son from the Zygreen YouTube channel. Go show him some love if you haven't already. For arranging this. Big thanks to Eric for letting me review his car. My friends, let me know what you think of this Honda S2000. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want me to review your car, visit us on JubbalandCars.com. Fill out the form. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next one.